All right, Dita, big game for you.
Yeah.
Just kind of talk about the game you had today.
I've been waiting for an opportunity to play, and coach trusted me to get in there, and I had to give my best. So that was me trying really hard to help the team, and I just put in 100% out there today.
Just talk about the 4-1 start. Just overall, how's the team feeling? Kind of getting off to a faster start than last year.
Well, we're feeling really great. We had a retreat over the summer, and that really helped us bond together. There's no limit to what this team can achieve because we're a really solid group, and the new guys really give us depth and they give us a lot of talent. So I don't see anything stopping us than ourselves this season.
Talk about how those new guys are fitting into the rotation. I mean, we see Adrian Martin got in today. Obviously Raphael had a big game today.
Yeah.
Talk about how that works out with you guys, kind of just transitioning those young guys into the new spots.
It's not easy for the young guys because everybody comes out of high school, junior college, and wants to really come in and play at once Division I basketball. And I try to tell them from experience, it's not that easy. You need patience. You just need to keep working at it, and it's just going to happen. And that's what happened to Ralph today. He just went in there, did what he knows how to do, and it just clicked today. And he brought us a really good production from the bench, and I'm really happy for him, for real.
And if you can just kind of talk about the bench overall, you guys came in there and really played well in the second half. What's it say about the depth of the team to have that many guys really come in and play that well off the bench like they did tonight?
Yesterday during practice, coach put the starters on one team and the bench guys on the other team, and we really went at it. Before we started, we talked to ourselves and said, let's show these guys that we deserve to play too. So that's the kind of mentality we brought to the court today. We wanted to show them that, hey, the bench guys can actually play too. We can actually help this team and produce. And coach really trusted us, and he gave us the opportunity, and that's what we did.
What was working specifically for you today to just kind of have a big game?
Oh, I was angry after practice yesterday. I was angry after practice yesterday because I really wanted to play, and I was really going at it in practice, and I kept the same mentality today. I barely talked to anyone, which is unusual of me. So when I went in there, I was like, I don't see anybody out here that can stop me, so I'm just going to go out there and do what Dita does. And that's what I did, shoot my perimeter shots, crash the boards. That's about it.
Yeah, I was happy with the guys' effort in the second half. Obviously in the first half, I didn't feel like we were really ready at all. And I give Alma a lot of credit for that. They came out, were really physical. Anytime we can talk about it with our guys, but anytime you're playing a team from the MIAA, it can be kind of their Super Bowl. So they're going to come out. They only have very few shots at a D1 team, and they came out and gave us a great shot, and spread out the court and can really shoot the three. And I thought that they did a great job of establishing the game the way they wanted to play it early on. We kind of it was about the under 8. Our guys were talking about it, but it was somewhere around the under 8, right around 6-minute mark. We had a timeout, and the conversation turned in the huddle, which was what I was waiting for, which was they said enough is enough. And then we went on a 17-2 run to finish things off, and the guys that have been coming, Mike and Brandon and Viardis, all got very aggressive offensively, and once they did that, we kind of took control of the game. And then I thought we really relaxed, played well in the second half, really shot it well, shared the ball.
Yeah, and if you can just kind of talk about that start, I think they started 7 of 10 from 3. Do you think that was, had a little bit to do with their hot shooting, or how much of that was, them shooting well, and how much of it was you kind of not being ready to play, like you said?
Well, we let them play horse, out there. We did not do a great job defensively. They played very well offensively, and they got some really good looks at the rim. And it wasn't just that they got good looks at the rim; it was who they got. Cliver, 23, he can shoot it. He's a heck of a player and can play a lot of places. We lost him a couple of times. You can't lose the guys. We gambled one time. Viardis gambled and left him with a wide open 3. And once you let anybody start playing with confidence, things can snowball. And so I was happy with our guys' response, but yeah, the start was not good. I felt like we just. I felt like our shot selection was a little suspect. We tried to play a little bit too much isolation basketball. After we got the ball moving a little bit better, we got better shots.
And then, at the end of the first half, it seemed like, Flowers really started to be aggressive. White, started to be aggressive there in that 17-2 run. Just talk about how they can really change a game for you, how that backcourt can really change it for you.
Especially like Mike got a whole different look in his eye, and he was really, I could tell when things flipped in his head, and because he just gets a different mentality. We saw it at Milwaukee, and gets very, very aggressive with the ball, and he's very good at taking tough shots. There's a lot of shots that he takes that I wouldn't want other guys to take, but he's pretty good at making them. And he got aggressive there. And then Brandon started working his jab step game from where he loves to work on the floor, 17, 18 feet, playing his face-up game. And then Biartis, in the open court, he's a nightmare. He's quick on quick, and when he does his thing, then you've got a good backcourt going on, and I thought Jason settled. Jason's motor always runs at 100%. And so and then Titus started to finish. So it all got better when those guys got aggressive.
And then in the second half, when the game, kind of get started to get out of hand, your bench really stepped up and had some guys play well. Cruz came in off the bench, scored 22 points. Just talk about how pleased you were with the play of some of those guys.
Well, that was huge. You play a game like this, and we sandwiched it on purpose in between Ole Miss and Oklahoma State. And we've been on the road, and we played it. I didn't know we were going to end up in a triple overtime game at Milwaukee, but you play these games and knowing what's coming up. We're getting ready to play 3 games away from University Arena, and we had 4 out of 5. So to play a game like this in the middle of that, I wanted these guys. I wanted the game. I had hoped this would have happened in the first half, but I think there's great lessons to be learned of all of it. What I told the guys in the locker room afterward was that you find out that if you do go 3/4 speed against anybody, they're capable of playing with you or beating you. And so once we started playing full speed, then our guys were better at it. But once we took control of the game, like you said, our bench came in and they were locked in. I thought that obviously Ralphie knocked down shots. He's capable of doing that. We needed that. We needed somebody else to show their ability to score and to gain confidence. It had been tough. Him learning the system. It's all part of the. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the progress of a team, right here, and fitting guys in. So Biartis, some of the new guys, really, Biartis, Ralphie, Titus, Chase, we're all part of that, and had a big role in tonight. All those guys did.
And then Squeaky Williams looked like he's over there with a knee brace on. I was wondering if you had any update on him or how long you anticipated him being out for.
Yeah, Squeaky's got a second-degree MCL sprain and will be out 4 to 6 weeks. So we're hoping to get him back by conference play. Yeah.
Coach, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first 4-1 start since 2011, I believe. 2012. Can you talk to me about how this team is different from previous teams that have been here at Western?
Yeah, this is probably as cohesive a group as we've had in a long time. That locker room is a lot of fun to be in. They're so supportive of each other. And there's not jealousy. That's such a hard thing to find in basketball. When you're trying to, you take somebody like Ralphie, for instance, Ndita, Kongshul, he played great, tonight. And you've got 2 guys that come in, and they've been waiting to get playing time, but they've been supportive of guys in front of them or guys that have been getting minutes. And then when they come in tonight and they have success, you can see the way our bench responded for them. Everybody's happy for everybody else's success, and that makes for just such a nice locker room to be a part of, and so those things, those little things, that's the kind of, there's no question in my mind that kind of thing is what won us the game at Milwaukee. in a triple overtime game. It's the intangibles that go along with your talent. You know, obviously Mike's shots were a huge part of it, but how cohesive the group is by far, it's the best it's been in a long time. You know, I can go back to 2014, but they were talented. You know, the thing about that team, they stayed healthy all year long. You know, so you know, we battled injuries the last couple of years, really bad. And so to have guys that, you know, Squeaky went out, and Pat went out tonight. We're careful with that. He's got a little soreness on a tendon, so we didn't put him back in. So it was good to have everybody else get minutes, and you can see it, I think, on the bench, our culture.